As we all know, the best Disney movie is The Little Mermaid. I mean, maybe The Lion King is like up there somewhere, but it's like The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, everything else, and then, you know, The Emperor's New Groove. Fuck that movie. The Emperor's New Groove is fucking garbage. Just picture there being a garbage can off screen beneath me. But as enjoyable as The Little Mermaid is, it's one of those movies that the more you think about it, the more unrealistic it gets. It's not just because mermaids aren't real. As far as we know, it's the details. That's where the reality gets a little mushy. So Ariel, the Little Mermaid, she grows some legs to chase after some dude, but she loses her voice, and she has to deal with all like the weird things she's not used to about the regular surface world, like using a fork. Oh, she doesn't know how to use utensils. Isn't that cute? Isn't that adorable? You know, like, her father has a fucking trident that's used for stabbing things, but she thinks a fork is a comb. Yeah, that's the thing that's confusing about the human world. You know, like, not like, alright, you know what's really confusing if you're the Little Mermaid? Have you ever seen a fish take a shit? If you've never owned a goldfish or anything like that, it gets like this little like poop string that starts to grow out of it. And it's a process of like several minutes or hours. I've even heard like a fish like taking a multiple day-long shit before. You know, Ariel the Little Mermaid, she's a fish from the waist down, so it's safe to assume that this is how she takes a shit. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we need to get bogged down by, you know, every time a fictional character needs to take a shit, you know, we can just kind of skip all that and get to the interesting parts of the movie, but you figure that this girl now, I mean, she's chasing after this dude, trying to marry the prince. We assume, since it's a Disney movie, she's at least of legal age, right? She's probably like 18, 19, 20, something like that. That's what the Little Mermaid seems like she would be, so she's been spending all those years now with taking long string shits. You know, it's not like you're the Little Mermaid, you don't think, oh man, I really need to take a dump, and then you go running for the bathroom. You know, everything's the fucking toilet when you're underwater. You just let it loose, and I feel like as soon as you get that human lower half, I feel like that has a bit more of a learning curve than using a fork when you've seen fork-like objects in your life before. This is a whole new experience. You know, a fish doesn't have to hold it in ever, but a person ought to. And that's how the whole movie of The Little Mermaid falls apart. I mean, if Ariel suddenly, into adulthood, grew a human lower half after living like a fish for her entire life, she would just be in a constant state of fucking shitting herself. She's not. What prince is gonna marry a girl who can't not shit herself? The whole movie sets unrealistic expectations for mermaids turned human. But anyway, until next time, everybody get fucked.